Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, Life with the Vargas family. Today is going to be a little different video. Today is going to be a story time video. My ex-girlfriend doesn't want me to do this video, but this is my channel, so we're going to make this video anyways. And this is a story time not from years ago or anything like that. This literally happened, what's today? Today is, just so I got all this correct, what's today? Today is Wednesday the 30th. So this happened last Thursday. This happened last Thursday. So last Thursday this happened. Okay, let me get right into it. So that was the same day I went out riding with everybody out in Mobile and everyone like that. So anyway, so I'm out riding with the bike. I get the bike home after riding with everybody. This was pretty late at night, like around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. And keep in mind, she works like 10 minutes, 5 minutes from my house. So after she got off work, she came over here to drop off something for my son. And when I say ex-girlfriend, that's what I'm talking about. This is my son's mom. So she came to drop off stuff for my son. And I was unloading my bike. It gets crazy. I'm not gonna lie. This story gets crazy. So, okay. It doesn't sound like it at first, but it gets crazy. So I'm unloading my bike. And she's walking up to, like I said, give something to my son. He's inside the house. So I'm like, yeah, just go ahead and go give it to him. So I'm taking the bike down from the back of the truck. And then she comes back out after giving it to him. She's like, let me ride it. I'm like, first, let's see if you can even sit on the bike. You know what I mean? So she tries to sit on the bike. She can't even touch the ground, obviously. So I'm like, you know what? You can't ride it, but hop on the back. I'll take you for a quick ride. Quick ride out in the street, you know what I mean? Keep in mind, we don't have no helmet on. She doesn't have no helmet on. It was a quick little ride. That's what it was supposed to be. These braces. It was supposed to be. I can't even say the word. Supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Am I tripping? I'm tripping. Oh, the camera's gonna die. Damn. Anyways, it was supposed to be a quick, fast little ride. Anyways, so as I'm riding, now I'm having more fun. Nobody's in the street, so I'm having a little more fun. I'm doing little, you know what I mean, little swervy and stuff. She's screaming on the back. It's fun, all right? I'm having fun. So I go a little farther than I was supposed to. And now that I'm coming back, I'm coming back and I'm stopped at the light. My bike, it has blinkers, it has headlights and the brake lights and everything like that. But like I said, we didn't have no helmets on or anything like that, and I don't have a license plate on the bike anyways. So like I said, now I'm parked at the light waiting for it to turn green. A cop pulls up from across the street at a light, and now we're looking directly at each other. And I'm like, oh shit. And she's like, oh shit. I'm like, I put my blinkers on to make it seem like, you know what I mean, everything is legit. I put my blinkers on, like, turn. We turning. We legit. We good over here, baby. We good. He turned. I'm like, okay, good. He flips a bitch real quick. I'm like, he's coming for us. She's like, what you mean? I'm like, you didn't see him just make a big U-turn right now? She's like, no, I didn't see that. So he turns around. So now I'm like, okay, what we gonna do? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn around. I turn at the light. Now he has the lights on behind us. Whoop, 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 whoop. She's like, run. I'm like, I thought about it for a second. I turned down the street and I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm by myself and I'm not out in Elsinore or anywhere where I'm familiar with. So I'm like, I'll pull it over. I did go a little bit, but I wasn't really technically running. You're allowed to, I don't know the correct law, but you're allowed to pull over a safe distance when the cops get behind you. Anyways, so I pulled over. He's like, get off the bike. And now we're like, I'm like, oh shit. This was supposed to be a quick little, and like I swear, this is just like the movies. You see like 4, 5, 6 other cop cars come out of nowhere. June pull up on us. Get off the bike, turn off the bike, put your hands up. And they damn near have their guns out. We damn near, it's like the movies. I'm like, oh shit, whoa, all for me? Whoa, what's going on? This was, you know what I mean? Like, whoa, you guys serious? Get on the, and she's scared. You know what I mean? She's scared out of her mind. I'm like, oh shit, this is getting serious. Like, oh, I'm like, all right, I'm turning the bike off. I turn the bike off. We all get off. We pull off. Me and her. We step back from the bike. They come running up on us. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. So now our hands is behind our back like this now. Separate your feet. Now they're patting us down and everything like that. Like I said, this is getting crazy. Like, the cops came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. This is late at night. Bro, this just turns crazy. So now we all put our hands behind our back. The cops are talking to us. So you guys steal this bike? Where you guys coming from? What's going on? What's going on? Where you guys running from? Why you guys running from me? Y'all see me? Why you running from me? I could take you guys to jail right now for just running. I'm like, I didn't run, man. I pulled over to a safe distance. I'm allowed to do that. I'm like, I don't know the correct law, but I'm allowed to pull to a safe distance. I wasn't running from you. I'm like, why did these guys pull up out of nowhere? And keep in mind, if I would have ran, I would have ran right into all those cop cars, and I would have been all over from you. Then I couldn't have said I didn't run, because that would have been obvious I was running. So I'm glad I didn't run. I'm glad I didn't listen to her, because if I would have listened to her in the back of my ear, it would have been all over. And my ass would have been in jail. They would have impounded the bike. You know what I mean? So, anyways, so he checks us down. I'm like, no, we didn't steal the bike. This is my bike. I own the bike. I purchased the bike about 2 weeks ago. This is my bike. I was like, no, it doesn't have a license plate, and no, we don't have helmets. That's the only thing they can really get me for. I'm like, you know what I mean? That is correct. I don't have a license plate for it, and we are riding with no helmets on. I was like, you can get me for that, but running, trying to get away from you, I'm like, that's out the window. You know, I wasn't running from you guys. But like I said, I almost did though, listening to her, because keep in mind, that same day when I was out there riding with the homies out in Mobile, we were running from the cops. We're out there running from the cops, you know what I mean? But that's different. We're like 15 bikes deep. I'm by myself with her on the back, her legs wrapped around me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and I don't know nowhere out here. I'm new out here. There's no dirt road. There's nowhere I can go to the cut. It's nothing. I don't know no homie, no friends out here. I can go anything. So it would have been all bad. So we start talking to them. It literally took about like 2-3 hours for them to finally be like, okay, the bikes came up clean. Your name came up clean. Her name finally came up clean. That's another funny story. They couldn't find her name because I don't know if you guys know, Hispanic people, they take their mom and their dad's last name. And her name is, it's a long name. Put it like that. Her name is long. Just put it like that. And they had a hard time finding her name, so they thought that she had like a warrant. They thought she had warrants or something like that she was trying to hide. So the officer that she was talking to, he was like, what's your name? Doesn't make sense that you don't know your name, your driver's license. And I'm like, damn, what's going on over there? I'm like, so I'm like, you guys, would it be helpful if I call my brother at the house so he can get her ID, send a picture, and I could just show you guys real quick to make it simpler? And the cop that I was talking to, he was a cool dude. He was just like, hey, your name came up, you all good. He's like, that's the sergeant over there. I don't know what's going on, but stay calm, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure it all out. Me and him, we just kept on talking back and forth. So eventually they find her name, and then we finally get out of here. But the bad thing is, they're like, okay, y'all can leave, but you can't drive out of here. You have to walk all the way home. We wasn't that far from my house, but I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. And if we hear the bike turn on at any point, we're gonna come over there and we're gonna impound it because we told you to walk the bike. So we start walking the bike, and like I said, I wish I would have had this on camera, had my GoPro, but this was all unplanned, so I couldn't have known this was gonna happen. But so I start walking the bike home. We start walking the bike home. I'm like, you know what I mean? I get about like a mile or two. I'm like, you know what I mean? This is ridiculous. If you guys don't know, pushing a fucking 450 is heavy. I'm like, all right, this is a good leg workout, but you know what I mean? We're like almost home. I'm told her, I'm like, hop on, and we go ahead. We're gonna get to the house real quick. She's like, are you crazy? I'm like, hop on. We get into the house quick. I'm like, fuck that. We get into the house. She hops on real quick. I'm like, start the bike up. It's electric start, no kicking. It's electric start. So I started up, and we get to the house. She's all laughing. That was so much adrenaline. That was so much fun, and everything like that. So that was it was a pretty interesting night. Actually, interesting day. So that whole day was just a long day. But anyways, guys, that was my story time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. More videos coming soon. Let's get it.